Alrighty, hello and welcome. I'm Royce Koch, and I'm joined by Jimmy Hang. Together, we lead the efforts to provide data solutions that supports personal finance management's experience. Thank you for joining our session today on using financial data to create experiences that drive user lifetime value. I want to start today's session with a little guessing game. Jimmy, if you won't mind indulging me a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it. Game on.
All right. Great, and I swear that Jimmy haven't seen any of these questions before, so first questions. The average American uses this 68 times per month. What is it?
This has nothing to do with fintech, but the first thing that came to my mind was a toothbrush.
Well, good guess, Jimmy. You're very diligent about brushing your teeth, but it's actually a debit card. The average American uses their debit card to make 68 payments each month. Alrighty, how about this one? 16% of Americans says that they have invested in this before. What is it?
This one has to be meme stocks. Who didn't want to buy GameStop last year?
Well, I certainly invested in a fair share of GameStop myself, but it's actually cryptocurrency. All right, last one. Last chance to redeem yourself, Jimmy. What does $15.6 trillion represent in the United States?
This one has to be the gross domestic product of the US.
Well, Jimmy, you were close. It's not as high as the GDP, but $15.6 trillion represent the total amount of consumer debt in America. These are some interesting numbers, right? And you may be wondering why they are relevant to our session today. Well, these numbers represent a piece of the complex financial life of the consumer, many of whom turn to you for help with managing their finances. As you acquire a user, you want to focus on growing their lifetime value, which is essential to their business success. But in order to do that, you need diverse data sets and insights to understand the user financial situation, create sticky experiences that your user will love, and build banking offerings that help you stand out. During this session today, Jimmy and I will show you how Plaid can help you do exactly that by making it easy to build financial picture of the user net worth, including their transactions, investments, and liabilities data. Let's dive in, Jimmy, shall we?
Yep.
Why is it important to provide great user experience, and how can it benefit financial service providers?
Well, Royce, consumers today don't just want a more personalized experience that's tailored to their financial needs. They actually expect it. And when you can provide really great experiences, you don't just don't differentiate your app from every other platform out there. You can actually drive increased user engagement, unlock new revenue streams, and grow the lifetime value of your users. With Plaid, all of these things are possible. We give you the tools you need to access your users' financial data, including the money they earn, spend, save, and owe, even their purchasing decisions and behaviors along the way. And while financial data can provide powerful insights into your users' spending activities, we know that it can be a challenge to get started. And that's why our team is committed to giving you the tools you need to build experiences that don't require a large team of engineers or data analysts. So let's take a deeper look into what some of these new tools look like for you and your user. A user like Sandra, a 25-year-old retail manager who's really excited to get her finances under control. She just downloaded your app, and she used Plaid to connect her checking, savings, and credit card accounts. So when Sandra connected her accounts with Plaid Link, she consented to share her transaction data with your app. Transaction data provides the foundation in which you can begin building a view into Sandra's finances, including how she's spending her money and where and when. And with Plaid's transactions product, we categorize and enhance the data and return key insights such as the category, the merchant name, the location, as well as the payment channel. And this is key to helping you to understand the intent behind Sandra's transactions. So then you can deliver a more personalized in-app experience, like helping her set a goal for dining out and then tracking it in real time. And transactions categorization plays a key role in powering a lot of these budgeting tools. And while our Plaid's categorization taxonomy can support a number of use cases today, we often hear from you that you wanted a category list that is more tailored to personal financial management. So with this in mind, we recently released a new taxonomy featuring 16 primary and 104 detailed personal finance categories. This refined list of categories can help you to better surface the intent behind a transaction. And to make this process even more seamless for you, Plaid can deliver a prediction for the category field with improved accuracy and address your feedback much quicker. So since launching earlier this year, we've had a number of customers adopt the new category list. Lending Tree shared how the new category list simplifies their logic in understanding and creating user insights. And for Bright Money, they're using the new categories to understand the income and expense patterns of their users. So the personal finance categories are available today to all transactions customers, and we would love for you all to give it a try. So Royce, what else can financial service providers do with transaction data to help their users like Sandra?
Well, good question, Jimmy. Embedded within transactions data are valuable insights that can be used to address each user's unique financial situation. Take, for example, Sandra. Now that she has connected her accounts, she's able to understand how her money is being spent each month. A good next step would be to use data-driven insights to help her manage her bills and subscription. Insights like recurring transactions can give you a deeper understanding of Sandra's cash flow. For those of you building subscription management tools or tracker for bill payments, we know how challenging it can be to detect these transactions, especially when you have limited engineering resources. That's why we're excited to announce recurring transactions, a new endpoint that can return up to 2 years of recurring transactions like inflow streams like direct deposit and outflows like subscription payments. So here's how it works. First, we group all transactions that are happening on a recurring basis with attributes like description, amount, and cadence. Then we create inflows and outflow streams. Next, we provide insights into each stream, such as the category and the merchant name, the frequency of these recurring streams, like if it's happening on a weekly or monthly basis, and the average and last amount for each streams, which can be used to surface changes to the bills or subscription quickly. We define recurring streams as matured if it has at least 3 occurrences. However, we know that you want to be able to track new subscription as they first appear. And to support this, our team built an algorithm to detect early recurring streams that are likely to become recurring transactions in the future. This enables you to stay up to date with your user spending activities sooner. So, for example, if Sandra signs up for a new gym membership, her first payment will be flagged as an early recurring stream, as this has a high probability of becoming a subscription in the future. With readily available insights, you can get started with building engaging features in no time and help users like Sandra to manage monthly expenses like rent, save money by canceling unwanted subscriptions, and monitor payments with alerts. Over the past 3 months, we have enabled customers in our beta program to try out recurring transactions to support a number of different use cases. From our beta customer, we received positive feedback about how Plaid is able to detect more recurring stream compared to some of our customers' in-house models. Additionally, the detailed information that we provide about each recurring stream is helping customer to offer more personalized tools to their user. Recurring transactions is now live, and to learn more, please check out our API docs at plaid.com. All right, Jimmy, how about we check back with our user, Sandra, and see what else she's been up to?
Yeah, the good news is things are looking great for Sandra because she's getting the help she needs from using your app. But let's keep the momentum going and see what else you can do to help her. So with access to her transaction data, you're able to see that she's paying a lot in fees to use her external bank account. So therefore, you can offer to help her save on fees by switching over to your free checking account and debit card. We know that many of you are moving towards being an all-in-one solution for your users' financial needs, especially when it comes to banking as well as digital wallets. And as you expand into offering more credit as well as debit cards, you gain access to a wealth of transaction data. But the real value comes in being able to translate the data into insights and experiences that delight users. And unfortunately, transaction data from payment processors is often messy, incomplete, and inconsistent. And it's a frustrating process for you to manually clean that data in order to make it usable. Not anymore. Now you can actually access Plaid's industry-leading enrichment system for all your transaction data. Plaid ENRICHT is a new beta product that will parse, categorize, and enhance those transaction data from your spending and banking accounts. We do the work of transforming your data so you can focus on driving value through data-driven insights and engaging user experiences. Here's how it works. You can start by setting as your transaction data either synchronously or in batches, and within seconds, we'll deliver key insights about each transaction, including a merchant name and logo so users can easily recognize their transactions, a category field to identify the intent of the transaction, the location information, including state, city, as well as store number, and finally, a payment channel to separate in-store versus online purchases. Let's take a look at an example of how we can enrich a transaction from Sandra's account. As you can see here, raw transactions can appear as a string of incoherent letters and numbers. But with ENRICHT, we use machine learning and a merchant database to provide key insights that are most relevant, such as a merchant name, like Joe's Pizzeria, and a category like restaurants, fast food. To date, we've been working with a number of fintechs to help them use ENRICHT data to drive more engaging user experiences, like powering a rewards program. If you're interested in learning more about ENRICHT or how to work and use enhanced data, stay tuned as we'll be sharing more information after Plaid Forum. Royce, we've talked a lot about how transaction data can help users like Sandra, but what are we doing to help developers who are building tools using that data?
Good question, Jimmy. For the developers that are attending this session today, we have an exciting update to share that will make it easier for you to work with transactions data. Historically, Plaid provides you with snapshot of a user's transactions like Sandra over a specific time range. Each time a transaction is added, modified, or removed, you would need to compare every transactions received from Plaid to your app's own data. This process is called reconciliation. Reconciliation is a complex and challenging process as transactions can change in many different ways. For example, like when a restaurant tip is added to your transactions. And if anything goes wrong, you may be looking at duplicate or still or even missing transactions. That's why we're excited to introduce a new endpoint called Sync. Sync does this reconciliation process for you. Instead of having to piece together Plaid and your own app's data to figure out how your database should look like, you can call Sync to learn exactly which transactions have been added, removed, or modified since your last check. Using Sync can streamline how you access and work with transactions data and decrease your integration time with Plaid, making it easier to build fintech apps. The Sync endpoint is now available to all transactions customers. So, we started today's session with transactions data as the foundation for any personal finance management experience. But there are many other types of financial data out there, like investments, that are important to your user's net worth picture. Just like Sandra, she just started contributing to her 401k with her employer and also opened a brokerage account to buy ETFs. She wants a seamless experience with managing her money and investments all in one place using your app. With Plaid's Investments API, you can capture Sandra's investments holding and her trading activity as part of her financial picture. So once Sandra links her account, she's able to access her investments holding, such as including quantity, price, and total value. And then to go one layer deeper, you can use the Investments Transactions API to track day-to-day account activities, such as buying a new stock, selling an ETF, stock split, pay dividend, and cash transfers. And for customers that are already using the investments product today, we heard from you that institution support, data quality, and being able to test your integration were critical to how you use the product. So, with your feedback in mind, we added support for more institutions, including UBS and NextX Investor Platform. We improved the quality of our current integration and data enhancements. And finally, we added support for webhook support in sandbox environment to better enable testing. Additionally, we recognize that new asset class like cryptocurrencies are especially top of mind for users in this volatile economy, which is why it's important that they are included in your user's net worth picture. Based on your request, we're excited to add support for crypto exchanges in the coming months. This will add more value to your users to be able to manage their money, investments, inclusive of cryptocurrency, all in one place. All right, Jimmy, besides the stock market and investments, what else is top of mind for users like Sandra?
So I got this wrong earlier today, but the answer is definitely consumer debt, all $15.6 trillion of it. And everyone in this room either has a loan or knows someone that does. A mortgage, a student loan, a credit card, or a car loan. Debt plays a huge role in a user's financial health as well as their monthly cash flow. For example, our user Sandra has a federal student loan that she wants your help to manage because payments will resume later this year. She's looking for ways to pay down her loan faster so she can get back to saving more money. With Plaid's Liabilities API, you can access detailed information about Sandra's student loan, including the remaining balance, the interest rate, as well as the expected payoff date, all of which can be used to help her manage her payments. Additionally, you can access detailed information about a user's mortgage or credit cards as part of the Liabilities API. Access to all three types of debt helps you to have a robust understanding of a user's financial obligations, and which can be then factored into their monthly cash flow and budget allocations. So to ensure that you can retrieve the timely data you need to help users manage their debt, we've added support for more institutions like Capital One, and have also improved the reliability of the API. So let's explore how one fintech now is using liabilities data to drive more user value as well as revenue for their business. So Savvy is the platform that helps borrowers enroll in loan forgiveness or reduced repayment programs. They're able to access student loan data through Plaid for 91% of their users. On top of that, their users go on to being paying customers. This highlights a lot of what we've talked about today. Access to robust financial data enables you to offer compelling experiences that drive meaningful value for your users. And when users get the help they need, they're more than willing to subscribe to your paid services.
We've covered a lot today, but we only scratched the surface of how financial data can help you build and scale apps that become embedded in your users' financial life. Let's recap a few ways of how you can offer a personalized experience for a user like Sandra that help them manage the complexity of their financial situation. Start by building the user financial picture with transactions data. This provides information about their purchase and account deposit. You can then use the new personal finance category to get a better understanding of the intent behind the transactions.
Next, you can build engaging features and notifications that remind users to keep coming back to your app after they've set an initial budget. For example, you can retrieve insights about a user's recurring transactions to help them manage their subscriptions and reduce spend. And then when users switch over to your free checking account, you can use Plaid to enrich and categorize that data so that you can then offer better spending insights. And for the developers out there, you can easily keep track of changes to a user's transaction data with a new sync endpoint.
Next, as the user evolves, meet them where they are today. In addition to showing a view of their credit card and banking accounts, bring into your app a user's investments account and transactions so that they can manage their net worth inclusive of their investments all in one place. And finally, pull in the last piece of the puzzle. Access liabilities data to get a deeper understanding of their debt obligation and help users stay on track with their payments.
So the Plaid team is so excited to really help you harness the power of financial data as well as insights to create more engagement opportunities. Opportunities that can lead to better financial outcomes for your users and more revenue for your business. To learn more about any of the products or features we've covered today, visit our docs, API docs on plaid.com, or scan the QR code behind me. And finally, we really want to thank you for all the feedback that you've provided to help us improve our products, as well as inspire us to build new solutions. If you have any questions or feedback to share, please send us a note to transactions-feedback@Plaid. And I want to thank you again for joining today, and please enjoy the rest of Platform.